I'm tired. I'm tired of waiting to achieve this insatiable, it seems like, but like ever shifting goal of perfection in order to allow myself to show up in the world the way I want to show up in the world. And I feel like this belief that my art only deserves to be given effort if I know it's going to end up perfect, or only deserves for me to show to the world if it's perfect, is actually indicative on certain insecurities I have about myself, and my fear of stepping out of my boundaries or stepping out of my comfort zone because, you know, I don't feel like I'm good enough. So therefore, of course, me trying to make art, it's always going to be that block because I don't feel like my art will be good enough. It's like it's intertwined. It's like my belief or your belief in your validity in showing up in the world is contingent on how much you adhere to the standard, this omnious standard of perfection. And I think for so long I've allowed that to hold me back, and I've allowed my insecurities and my uncertainty and my fear of not achieving this perfection to actually sabotage my creativity and not allow me to actually produce art. And so at the root of it, it's a lot of fear, and it's like this allegiance to this toxic idea that in order to show up in the world, we must come as perfect as possible. But honestly, we need to come as we are. However that manifests. Being an artist means that doing must come before feeling. Living in the frequency of creating art feeds the fire of your creativity and allows you to make more art and flourish more often. So let go, let loose. Tear this idea of a rigid rule book that you have in your head, and remember there's no rules when it comes to art, because given that it is an idea portrayed uniquely by you, essentially that means there are no rigid standards for you to have to abide by. Speaking of not allowing perfection to be the stumbling block or something that encumbers me, we're going to continue like this. Like I was saying, I believe the most powerful thing you can do and be as an artist is to be a conduit for your creativity and for the art that wants to come out in the 3D, and allow your art to be made manifest through you. Allow yourself to be a vessel to that idea, that art that obviously came to you for a reason. It came to you so that you can portray that art in a way that is uniquely you. And so you shouldn't hide from that. You shouldn't allow perfection to cause you to do away with doing your art because you have these high expectations that, you know, it shouldn't be like this or shouldn't look like that. No, it needs to just allow it to flow. Allow it to just be, you know, without all these heavy expectations. Even right now, I'm doing this video and I'm trying to allow, you know, what was put on my heart to flow. Even with this video being choppy and me being late to class, I am not letting this video not happen just because of small inconveniences and imperfections. And that's one way that I'm actively working towards, you know, disbanding from this idea of perfection as it pertains to my art. And so when I say all these things, I'm speaking to us, me, and you. I'm speaking to artists and creatives who have felt stuck because they don't feel like their art is good enough. They don't feel like they're good enough to make their art, or not just art. They're procrastinating. You are procrastinating in something in your life because you have this high expectation on doing whatever it is that you want to do, that you end up not doing it at all because you are afraid that you will not do it to the T. Because of that fear, you just never actually get to it. But the thing is, if you keep on thinking like that, you will never actually live the life that you want to live. You will never get to see the beautiful art that you have envisioned come to life because you are too busy trying to be perfect and show up as perfect instead of showing up at all in the first place. So my advice is to do it sloppy, do it wobbly, do it ghetto, even just do it. Be an artist, allow your art to flow, and truly just start showing up. It's going to be messy at first, but you need, as an artist, you need to make your art. You need to free yourself from these chains of perfection and show up in the world, because the only way you're going to make some motion, the only way you're going to actually strive towards your goals is if you actually do them. So whether that is being a content creator, whether that is, I don't know, writing books, starting a blog, starting a business, you really just have to hit the ground running and allow that vocation on your heart to be made manifest in a 3D. It's kind of like walking on water. Like Peter in the Bible, he was walking on water and he saw Jesus and was just walking on water, and then he looked around and was like, oh my God, I'm walking on water, and started drowning. It's almost like that. You need to, but like in the sense of, you need to just start and just have faith that you will get to the end of the road. Too much being hung up on the outcome and too much not allowing yourself to just hit the ground running, trying to plan for every little thing, trying to be as perfect as possible. That actually will mess you up. That will actually block your artistic flow and your creativity. So honestly, this is the year where you really need to just let that go. And I'm also talking to myself. I need to work on that. I need to let that go because I have so many ideas, so many plans, but I keep on being hung up on everything being perfect. That's why perfection is the enemy of an artist. If you truly want to be an artist, if you truly want to achieve certain goals in your life, you have to let go of that idea of perfection. You have to truly give yourself freedom, unbridled freedom, to risk making bad art. You have to make anything, do anything. As an artist, it will eat you up if you don't just produce. So go out there, and my last words will be, with that being said, my last words will be, allow the art to possess you. Allow that spirit, that idea behind the creativity in you of a certain thing, a certain project, of a goal, to possess you and be made manifest through you, because you are definitely worth seeing your art through. All right, goodbye.